Hi, good evening. I'm Caleigh. Glad to have you back again. Today I'm going to talk to you about 3 ways to get the very most out of your paint tubes. We all know that oil paints especially are not cheap, and so I've got 3 little tips to show you how to make sure to squeeze every last drop out of those little tubes. So the first way is one that you can do, I'm sure, at home, really with any kind of object that is nice and flat. I mean, a book is pretty obvious, but if you have like a little whatever wooden box or whatever, it works. So it's pretty easy. You just take your paint tube and take your nice flat surface and basically lay it down and just kind of use that to like press it, and you can get a nice pretty flat, let's see, this one's actually leaking a bit, oh well. So you press it and get a pretty flat, I mean obviously you can use your hand too, but that tends to like really bubble up. So if you use a flat book, you can get it pretty flat, right? Not bad. Now the problem with that is, of course, as you are squeezing it and using it, like you're gonna constantly squeeze it and want paint to come out this way, but then of course it will bubble it back like that. So with your hands or the book method, unfortunately you're gonna have to keep doing it pretty often, but it's not bad, okay? Then the other method that I did for years and works perfectly well and doesn't have to be redone all the time. Oh, I got blue paint all over me. It's a fine story in my life, right? So the other method is with pliers, and this actually works really well. So if you take your pliers, you're going to want to kind of, let's see, this one was already flat, but I wanted to unflatten it for our demo today. So what you do, you have it kind of thick, is you take your pliers and you kind of smash it down a little bit and go either side evenly. This is fine, it works, it takes a little bit of time, but you just kind of smash and smash and smash until you have a nice little bit that's pretty flat. And then of course you sit here and turn it and turn it over again, and then as you're turning it you can kind of use the pliers too. As you turn it, you're squishing it, and that's really making sure that all of your paint is getting squished out of there and really going all the way to the top. Now that's a really good method because it stays, you know, like you can see some of these like really old paint tubes that were like passed down from my dad, and they are twirled up and they are stand like that. So that works really well. However, I have accidentally like popped holes in the sides of the paints more times than I can even count, like so many times doing this. And that's not really a big deal because normally like just a little teeny bit comes out and it'll dry and basically harden and kind of fix itself, you know, after a couple of weeks or whatever. But still, like I have, you know, damaged, popped, whatever, a lot, so whatever. And that worked fine for years. But then when I was in grad school a few years ago, I was in another student's studio, and I walk in and I see one of these sitting on the table, and I'm like, what is that dangerous looking thing? He was like, oh my god, my wife found this for me. It's a tube wringer. Wow, these things are so flippin' cool. So this, alright, this thing will get every drop of paint out of your paint tubes, and it will not have to be redone. Once you flatten it and ring it, you're good to go. So these things are incredible. So this, okay, so basically the premise is you're putting it through these like ringers, for lack of a better word. Think about it like the old school washing machines or dryers, you know what I mean? Like you wash on the little and then you have the like wringer and you put the clothes to it and basically just squeezed all the water out. Well, with that you're doing this with paint. So you'll just stick the bottom in just a little bit, putting that bottom in, clamp it down, boom, and then you just turn the thing and it wrings it out. Oh my goodness, can you see that in the little waves? Oh my gosh, and it stays, it just stays like that. Like there are certain ones that I have done, oh where are they, here we go, that I have done, and they just stay, like you don't have to worry about it. It's so satisfying. Like I kind of squished out some of these just to show you, but it's so satisfying. Put it in there and it's just like, and then bam. And when I got this thing, I like went like crazy and did every tube I had, I would even like undo the twisted ones and redo it like this just because I preferred it. And I went and did like all the like toothpaste and what else? Oh, I think at that time too, yeah, I wound up staying at my mom's house out in the country for a little bit, and I wound up like doing all her watercolor tubes. Like, I was like, hey mom, thanks for dinner. I squoze all your watercolor tubes. So anyways, paint ringers are amazing. They're so awesome. They literally pay for themselves in like 2 or 3 tubes of paint, because we all know that some of these nice things can be like, you know, $15, $20, $50, $80 for a little tube, and this gets out every little last bit, so you're not wasting. You know me, I hate wasting. So anyways, a tube ringer. I will find one of these online and attach a link. When I got mine, I had ones that were available was this is metal and this is plastic on mine, but of course I'm a use less plastic kind of person, so I highly recommend getting one that is all metal. Whatever you do, don't get one that is a plastic ringer right here, because I'm sure it will just wake up, like it will just break down, it won't work as long, and then you have to throw away a piece of plastic and you just have to buy a new one, and then you'll have to go through that again. So like, buy one. I hopefully will have this until the day I die and not have to worry about it again. So anyways, you know I always get to give my use less trash plastic speech. So those are the 3 amazing ways. You got a book, you got a playa, or you got a tube ringer. So make sure you are getting the most out of your paint tubes, folks. I hope you many, many happy oil paintings to come, and less waste in your life and in mine. Okay, I love you. Thanks for being here. Bye, guys.